Hey guys, we're here in Soho at Crumbs and Doilies. We're about to head up to Jemma's house to do your Ask Me Anything Answers video, which is exciting, a bit nerve-wracking. Nikki's brought Jemma some flowers because she's a good girl. We're going to grab her some cakes, maybe some cookies, hopefully, if there's any left, and head up to Jemma. So come on, let's go. Let's go. Definitely this. I think she'll like this. Yeah. Right, we've got all our cakes and cookies and brownies and all sorts. We're gonna head to the tube and go over to Jemma's. Let's go.
Hey guys, I am here at home. I'm desperately waiting for my gang to turn up because it's Ask Me Anything time, obviously, and you guys have really outdone yourselves this time. We had so many submissions for questions. We also had loads of really nice well wishes for me, so thank you very much for those. Lots of you sending me lots of good vibes, so thanks a lot. But there were tons of brilliant questions and we have whittled them down, and so I'm just waiting for them to turn out. I really hope they brought me some cake because I haven't had any for ages. Oh, I think they're here now. Ooh. Oh, hi! More flowers!
Okay.
Yes! Oh, hi guys!
Hi, Della!
Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks
I see you brought my favourite treats. Oh, I just got a whiff of cookie there when I put my laptop down.
We stole you the last 3 cookies.
Yeah.
Really?
They're baking model.
Yeah.
When you're the boss, you get all the last bits if you want them. A boss and an invalid.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, don't call yourself that. You're getting there. Look
I am. I'm so much better than I was, honestly. I can walk around a bit. I can't go on hikes or anything, but I am heaps better, so
Yeah.
I think it's probably all the well-wishing that you guys have been doing. So we have tons of questions to answer.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Ready.
I think so. I'm a bit scared, but yes.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Right, the first one is, I would like to know how you guys first got into baking and working for Crumbs and Doilies, and that is from mynameismillie.
Well, thanks, Millie.
You go first.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it was kind of a hobby, and then my job before this, I was front of house, and then kind of moved into the kitchen and went from there.
Yeah. I just started baking at home for like friends and family, and then being at Crumbs and Doilies. Well, I used to buy the cupcake cases and sprinkles, if you don't know.
He did.
And then,
you don't know this story.
Yeah. And then I used to email like Jemma and Sally, and it'd be Kat as well, who used to work in the office. And I got to know you guys, and I met you like once.
Oh
twice
yeah,
before.
in Leicester.
Yeah. So then I applied for a job, and they said yes, and now I'm here.
Yay! And I just needed a job after I graduated. I just needed a job, basically.
Could have been anything.
No, after university, and I really loved baking, and I thought it would be great if I could at least get a job doing something I enjoyed. And so I started working one day a week with Crumbs with Sam and Jemma, rattling around that massive kitchen.
Yeah, back in the day of Sally, there was like 2 ovens and just like a massive kitchen.
On the smallest fridge ever. That's so small.
We did rattle around quite a lot.
We did. And
But we've filled it right up now.
We have.
People and ovens and cake. It's heaps better.
It is.
Cool. All right, well, let's move on. I would love to know how everyone got into baking, got their start professionally. I know you've talked about schooling versus no schooling, but maybe if you could touch on first jobs in the business, and that's from Jaime Spitzer. So a bit similar to the last one, but...
I mean, yeah, I didn't go to any culinary schools. I learned on the job.
I did go to college to do a chef diploma, and then I did pastry for a year. But this is my first job in a professional kitchen, and although you learn a bit in college, I feel like nothing prepares you for the real world, just being in it.
Being in the kitchen, knowing how to move around a kitchen,
Yeah.
you can't really learn that at school.
Yeah.
You've got to be there and be in it.
All right, good question and great answers, guys. Is there a dish or dessert that you would love to make but haven't tried before? And that is from Miss Alyssa JM.
Scary stuff. I just don't do it.
I mean, puff pastry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Laminated pastries,
Yeah.
I should say, terrify me.
Yeah.
delicious. I really love them, but
My one is a souffle. I have never made a souffle. And I don't even particularly like them. It's just one of those things I feel like all people who work in food should have done a souffle by this point in their careers. So maybe I'll make one later. Who knows? What about you, Dane?
I think mine's like croissants. Yeah, something laminated. Well, I have made laminated dough before, but croissants, I feel like the whole folding thing, and I've just never done it.
Yeah. When you watch those videos where they've got all the amazing machines that pass things through, you think,
Yeah.
how on earth are you going to do that at home?
And like coloured things as well, coming back from New York, like Supermoon Bakehouse, they do like coloured laminated
ones,
doughs.
yeah.
And,
How?
I don't know.
Machines.
My mind.
And magic.
Mind.
So, this one's from KQ Challenge Beast. This is quite a good challenge. What are each of your top 5 essential Christmas bakes? Let's take one each.
Ooh. Christmas
Nicky
cake.
Noodle?
Oh.
Dane's just jumped the queue. Dane, go ahead.
Christmas cake.
Oh, what a surprise! But really though, Christmas cake, because they take so long and you make them like way in advance and you have to feed them, and isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, I made one once and they wanted it a week before, so I just had to glug it all in, you know.
What's your Christmas bake?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I love all the stuff we do at Crumbs, which is like Christmas inspired stuff. So like cupcakes. Like we do a mince pie flavour cupcake, which has got mince meat and little pastry star on top. I like Christmas flavours.
Yeah,
like
all the spices.
and orange and booze, brandy. You know, I like that. Yeah, Christmas inspired flavours.
Yeah. I must say, I know it's a bit of a cop-out, but I love a mince pie and I love baking them because you can either go to town and go from scratch and make your own mincemeat and make your own pastry and like all of that, or if you're just desperate and you need a mince pie, you can buy a jar of mincemeat and you can buy ready-made pastry and it will be still really delicious. So you can have the best of both worlds and they're really tasty and I love them.
mine is gingerbread 100%.
Oh
I love it. I like to decorate them as well.
It's just a fun thing to do at Christmas.
Yeah. And you can make Christmas decorations. And they make really good gifts.
They do.
Yeah, gifts are a fun thing to bake at Christmas. It's like truffles or...
Yeah.
It's fun to do that.
Correct, Amanda. Okay, would you ever consider doing courses or workshops at Crumbs and Doilies? It's got loads of likes, so I'm guessing a few of you want that. This is from Teresa Ferreira. We actually used to do, before this all kind of YouTube thing went crazy, Sally and I, we used to hold workshops and courses at the bakery. We used to do it at the weekend, so we'd be working basically 5 days a week and then working at the weekend too. It was great. But it was fun. We used to do like hen parties and just groups, or just random groups that didn't know each other, kids parties. And it was really fun. It's a lot of hard work. You need a lot of equipment.
Yeah, that was
a lot of washing
things,
up.
Yeah, and you had to. Everyone has to have a turntable. Everyone has to have a board. And
Yeah.
It was just like so much stuff, and it was great fun. I did love it, but
We just don't have the
we
time
do
now.
not have the time.
We have the space. We've got a nice big kitchen, but we're just so busy all the time. The kitchen's in operation 7 days a week, so it's impossible to find the time to do the classes. So we'd love to. We'll think about it, maybe. Watch this space. Can you talk about any celebrities that you've baked for in the past, or is that too confidential? Or would you really like to bake for a royal or a celebrity in the future? Well, I mean,
I'd love to bake for the Queen. I love the Queen.
I think I prefer Prince Charles.
Prince Charles.
Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like because he's got all his kind of food
Oh, he is
things.
quite
He's
food-
quite into
oh,
food. I
right,
just
yeah,
think
yeah.
he would not. No offense to the Queen, but I think he'd probably like the cakes more.
Yeah,
I
good
don't
chat
know.
with
I
them
don't know.
afterwards.
Great chat.
But we do a lot. We do cakes for a lot of well-known people. We don't talk about it that often because those people, they order just like anyone else. They get in touch via the website or via email usually, and then we just treat them exactly the same as any other customer. And so it's, while it is a bit exciting when we get like in the kitchen, when we see the name on someone's cake and it's like, oh my god, is that the what? Oh my god, the one. Yeah, like, you know,
They're also just human beings.
they're just customers.
Yeah.
They're not just customers. All our customers are marvellous. But they're just like any other customer, you know, that we you know, want to make the best possible cake for. Having said that though, obviously you guys know we did Tom Daley's wedding cake, and you can catch that on our video.
Yeah. That was super fun.
It was loads of fun. We got to go to his wedding, and we didn't go to the whole wedding. We just got to like go to the place where the wedding was.
Props and hairnets.
Yeah, really sexy. But and he was so super nice and really helpful, and like loved what we did. It was just like a really fun brief. And
we did Zoe Ball's cake the other day. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
exciting because it was on Strictly.
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two.
Yeah.
With Rylan, I think, was on there.
Yeah.
He presented
Yeah.
Zoe Ball with our cake.
That was fun because we did get that, and we were like, "Is this for Zoe Ball? Like the Zoe Ball?" And then
But I think she's ordered cakes from us before.
big fan.
I think she probably mentioned to someone that she's a big fan of Crumbs and Dweck. I'm speculating. But yeah, we've done a whole bunch. Just trust us. Okay. Ooh, this one got loads of likes, and it's from Durezzz. Durezzz, multiple Z's at the end there. I really, lots of L's want to know who proposed and how.
Oh, please tell us, Jemma.
I don't even know. We don't know.
No.
Wow. You guys don't know him, so I'm not going to bore you with him, because he's a very private person. He's my husband now, so he's who proposed. But the way that he proposed, we went to Devon and we stayed in this lovely log cabin, miles from anywhere, like basically in the foot of a forest. Super remote, lovely. I had already worked out that he was going to propose because I'm the worst person ever for ruining my own surprises. I always figure it out. So if you're trying to surprise me, guys, I'll work it out. Actually, except for that time you did the dog cake.
Yeah.
Genuinely surprised. So we'd gone to Devon, and he had been asking the people that rented us the place where like super romantic places were, and he built this whole thing up. He really wanted to make it special, but every time he thought it was special, like we'd be like walking with the dog, and it would be like a beautiful view in Devon, and he'd be like, is this the place? And then some other like ramblers would come through, or like my dog would go and bark at a sheep, or you know, just ruining the moment. So all these moments kind of came and went, and eventually we were just at the cabin with a fire burning, and he told me he'd written me a poem, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. Oh, I should also mention that the day before it had been the sunniest day of all time, and he, being of fair complexion, had got more sunburn than any human being ever. He couldn't, like, his legs were completely sunburned. He couldn't even kneel. He would never have been able to do it on his knees. He could barely walk. So we were, you know, gently sitting him down, and he had written me a poem which was very long. It took about 15 minutes.
I was just like, yes.
I know. I was crying within about 30 seconds. And then at the end of the poem, it was like, and will you marry me? And I was so sort of swept up in the moment, I forgot that there was supposed to be a response. And I was like, is there going to be are you going to answer or anything? I was like, oh yes. So we got engaged. 5 minutes after that, there was a knock on the door of this very remote cabin in the middle of nowhere in Devon, like no one around. And I was like, who on earth is that? And I opened the door, and it was a Tesco delivery man who was lost. Almost just ruined the moment, but managed to just leave it for 5 minutes. So that is how my husband proposed.
Your husband.
And that's it. Lots of sunburn, lots of tears, and lots of poetry.
I love that.
And lots of love.
Yeah, lots of love. Ooh, what is everyone's favourite product that C&D has sold? That's from Bekah Bradford.
Cookies!
We've actually got a lot of our favourites right
Here's
here.
a selection.
So, current favourites. I smell them. Is our New York style cookie, which these guys did a video on a few weeks ago, which is, I mean, it's just so good.
It is good.
Milk chocolate and walnut, and it is epic. And then this is the cornflake brownie, which has just been everyone's favourite since we put it on.
We've been selling these like every day because
I'm
people
going to
just
have
come
some.
to the shop for them. So yeah, they're just amazing.
I really do. I just want like a little bit of those.
But cornflake brownie though, we put it on, and like 5 minutes after we put it on the shelf, it's gone.
Yeah.
Cookie?
So make sure you come. But other than that, I think my favourite cupcake flavour is popcorn.
Oh,
Always
buttered popcorn!
has been, because it's sweet and salty, and I honestly just love popcorn.
I love popcorn too.
What's your favourite one?
Favourite cupcake? Oh, I've got so many different favourite cupcakes, but the slice cakes that we do, Velvet Volcano is my favourite. Good for you. I don't know how I managed to eat an entire slice because the Velvet Volcano, if you don't know, is red velvet sponge, Oreo buttercream, caramel, salted ganache, cookie dough, chunks of Oreo. It's like ridiculous. It's got everything in it, but I just love it. And it's not too much for me somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah.
It's a frankencake.
Yeah.
I think my favourite's the cookie dough brownie. No, cookie dough cheesecake.
Don't even know what your
I don't even know what it is.
Anything with cookie dough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yum.
like hobnob biscuit base, cheesecake, and then like a cookie dough layer on top. It's just so good.
It's good.
What's yours?
I think mine has got to be the sticky toffee pudding.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
so seasonal right
so
now
good.
as well.
Yeah. I think you did a similar video on your channel.
I did, and your secret ingredient in the sticky toffee pudding is Marmite.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think
Yeah.
it, but
Marmite
it
in the
actually
toffee.
makes it.
It's so
nice.
good.
That's your favourite pudding though, isn't it?
Oh,
Make me
yeah.
too.
I love a sticky toffee pudding.
Me too.
We should all go and get sticky
Custard or
We
ice cream
should.
though?
ice cream.
I have both, if that's available. I will always ask the restaurant if there's both, and I will have both. Damn it. How did you all meet? Was it through the shop, or did you all know each other previously? And that was from Chelsie Wilson.
No, we all met at work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hired these little kids when they were just
Yay!
knee high to a grasshopper. Brought them into the fold basically to be my minions, and the rest is history. And we've all bonded.
The truth is coming out.
I mean, you were all very talented. Talented and young and stupid. No. What is the best method, or how do you find your suppliers, e.g. for cake boxes, sprinkles, tools, packaging, etc.? I've always wondered how it's done.
Trial and error.
Trial and error. I mean,
Yeah.
when I first started, I used Google, guys. Like, that's how you do everything these days. That's how you find out about everything.
Just build up a trust with them too. Like you do,
Yeah.
you know, you want to make sure they deliver what they say they can when they say they can, because you've got, you know, customers that wait.
You are the customer. And yeah, keep that good relationship going. Always make sure you pay them on time.
That's a big one.
Ooh, Dane, this one. Definitely for you. Can we get your skincare routine?
Wow. It's different for everyone, but I mean, I cleanse in the morning, cleanse at night. In the morning, I'll just maybe exfoliate every day, not every day, with an acid.
With an acid.
Yeah.
Which
Some
is your
people are
preferred acid?
like,
Hyaluronic or?
no, because that's not exfoliating, that's just hydrating. So just cleanse, exfoliate, I spritz to like hydrate.
Spritz with what?
And
Just
just like a toner, not
Oh.
water, because that will like evaporate off your skin, it'll dehydrate your skin.
Oh.
A serum, moisturizer, and SPF.
He does more than us.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Put together.
I mean, that's literally why he looks amazing.
Do you have SPF on every day?
Every day, even if it's like cloudy, because the sun is still out. Yeah.
It's gonna get you.
Yeah, it's gonna get you. But yeah, I mean, and I change things most days. Apart from like serums, I'll kind of keep them.
I've literally used the same product for years. My skin cries and shouts if I change up my product.
I guess everyone's different.
Yeah. And your skin changes like every single day and also seasonally, so it's good to change up products.
And if you would like to know more about Dane's skin, please do follow him at Dane Pemberton on Instagram. He's always got a face mask on in his stories. Alright, thanks Dane.
You're welcome.
Okay, this is a great question. What methods do you use to keep your station clean as you go along? I know it's a basic question, but I tend to get a bit disorganised and messy when baking in large quantities and could use some expert tips, and that is from Zainab Sandhu.
Wow. You kind of said it.
Yeah,
Clean
you
as you
kind
go.
of did.
Yeah,
Just
just big
keep
tip
yourself
there.
really organised. I think
Yeah.
that's the main thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like set up your workstation so you've not got stuff you don't need on it.
absolutely.
Just
Yeah.
have what you're gonna use, and have a J cloth or
Yeah.
a wipe with you that you can just keep clean, because
Yeah.
the cleaner you are, the better you work.
Another top tip, so one of the things I always do is clean before I start,
Yeah.
because there's nothing worse than starting to cook in a messy
Oh god, yeah.
space.
Yeah.
It's just messy. Like messy bed, messy head. Right? Yeah. The kitchen version. And also mise en place, if you will, which is basically getting all your ingredients measured and ready to go before you start, so that you aren't scrabbling around and making a mess. And that way, forgetting stuff. And that way also you can remove things as you use them, so that you're constantly like removing things rather than adding.
Yeah. I mean, we're really lucky at the bakery that we have like 1 million bowls and maybe not 1 million. We get 1 million. And a dishwasher, so we can just like sling things in there. But wash up as you go, because it feels like, oh, I'll just leave it to the end. But when you pile it all up, it's like, it's kind of stressful. And it makes you go slower, I think.
It does. Having that horrible pile in your peripheral vision, putting you off. Yeah, so good question. How do you and the C&D team deal with cracks in fondant once you've covered a cake in fondant? Well, we don't do fondant cakes anymore that much. We prefer buttercream because it's tastier. But there are a few things to know about fondant.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to make sure you warm it up properly, so give it a really good knead.
Yeah, warm it up with your hands, not in the microwave.
Yeah, it's a little bit like blue tack or chewing gum. Like, you want to be able to kind of stretch it. If it just breaks, warm it up more, because obviously it's going to go over corners, so you need it to have flexibility in it. You can sort of warm it up once it's on, you know, get rid of cracks like on your hand, or
smoothing it.
And some fondants are better than others. You know, again, trial and error. If you use one that you just can't get rid of cracks, then try something else.
Yeah. I would like to know what the difference is with beating up eggs and sugar or butter and sugar. In some recipes they say to beat up eggs and sugar until white, airy and fluffy, and other times it's butter and sugar. Is one more stable than the other? Confused and in need of help! And that is from Karmen Vdl.
Wow.
It depends
on what you're making.
Again.
But brownies, we make brownies with eggs and sugar. We whip that first.
That's what we melt the butter in that too, so you couldn't mix the butter.
Yeah.
It really depends on the type of thing you're baking. Like, you know, there's some cakes where it's super important to get loads of air in it, like when you're making like a Swiss roll or something which doesn't have any fat. So you will fold in your whipped egg whites, and you want to break it. And then there's other things that you can literally throw all the ingredients in, like most of the cupcake recipes that we do, all in at the same time. Beat it for a bit, and Bob's your uncle, it's come out perfect. So it just depends on the recipe. I mean, I think the main thing is always follow the recipe.
Yeah.
You know, and if it doesn't work, try a different recipe or tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I really like this question. I have a silly question, and that's why I like it. When you freeze your bananas, do you freeze them peeled or not peeled? And that is from Della Thomas.
Peeled in the peel.
Hang on.
See, I don't.
In the peel.
In the peel, so not peeled.
Right.
I don't do it because they're gross.
Controversial.
I never freeze. Well, I've frozen them once, but actually, you said to do it peeled.
With peel.
With peel.
Oh.
Yeah.
In their little cases.
In the cases.
In their skin.
Well, the good reason for that is because they continue to ripen in their peel, and they do so in the freezer, so you can really tell. They go totally black.
Oh, it's horrible.
It is kind of gross.
Jemma bought me a bag of like defrosted black bananas once.
Hang on a minute. That makes it sound like I was. That makes it sound like that. Oh, it was a gift. Here you go. She was baking something with bananas in, and she needed like.
I know.
You saved her with the stash.
I was like, I've got something great for you, and it's gross slug-like bananas.
They did look like slugs.
But we would say that those of us who like bananas, would keep the peel on because also then they don't get that freezer frost thing that happens as well, which is gross. This one is directed at Sally, but I think you could all answer this. If you only have one dessert to make or bake for a group of not so easily pleased judges, what would that be?
I mean, I just make something that I want to eat because I think that I want it. That's true. And something that pleases everybody. Okay, so we did something a few years ago. You know that amazing s'mores
we did a
brownie thing because it just has everything in it. So you've got a warm brownie because warm brownies are the best. It had a crunchy pretzel base, so you've got a bit of texture.
Yeah.
And it had ice cream that was like biscuit flavoured.
It was.
So you've got like the hot, the cold, the crisp, and then we did piped meringue that we toasted. So a bit of theatre too.
The best thing.
And I think that is honestly one of the best things I've ever eaten. So.
Well, yeah, because not only is it delicious, there's some theatre involved.
Everyone loves theatre.
Everyone loves theatre.
And if no one likes that, I mean, I would serve an affogato. Ice cream with a bit of espresso on top, honestly.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Love it. It seems like every time I see you, you are using a different stand mixer. Apart from the commercial stand mixers, which one is your favourite and why? I mean, you most often see me or us in the bakery, and we have lots and lots of stand mixers. We've got big ones, we've got small ones.
As big as you are.
But obviously, we require, different criteria than maybe you would at home. Like, we need our machines to be able to go and go and go for hours on end, because we're constantly baking. The brands that you've probably seen us using on the channel are KitchenAid and Kenwood, which are probably the two most well-known brands, both of which are really good, really solid, and also you can get ones that really look nice in your kitchen. So that's always a bonus. But if you'd like to have more in-depth opinions on stand mixers, let us know. Maybe we'll do like a whole video on the various different mixers you can get.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments box. All right. A non-sweet related question from Marie. I would love to know, what are all of your favourite restaurants / savoury spots in London? Oh, there's so many.
There is a lot.
And there's just more all the time.
Yeah.
I am a pizza fiend. I love a pizza. So there is a place called Home Slice in Covent Garden.
Mine, there's one that just opened. It's close to Crimson Doilies. It's in West End. What's it called? Market Hall. West End. Yeah. It's called Gopal's Corner, and they do amazing, I think it's Malaysian food. Yeah.
Mine is probably Lena Stores.
Oh, I love
It's
Lena
pasta,
Stores.
homemade pasta, like loads of little plates. You can try all different stuff. They change the menu quite a lot, and I love pasta.
They've just opened a new one as well, a really big one in King's Cross. So we should go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gets really booked up, so book online if you're gonna go.
Yeah, the one in Soho is teeny tiny. But it's
What's
great.
yours?
Well, it kind of changes all the time, but I really love Kiln in Soho. It's on Brewer Street, and it's a Thai restaurant, but not Thai like pad Thai and green curry. It's like proper, authentic, like village style, Thai food, and they cook everything in clay pots over a fire, so it's really dramatic, and you can get a table at the bar and you'll be like sort of fire in your face. And it's just great. It's like really good food, lots of theatre, and but
Fire in your
again,
face.
I'm fire in your face.
What more could you want?
All right. What is the difference between creme pat and creme anglaise? From It's Joshua. This is an easy one.
Wow. They're both basically custard, but one creme anglaise is a thinner custard, and then the other one is thickened with corn flour or sometimes plain flour.
So creme anglaise is like what you get on a sticky toast pudding.
Yeah.
Runny, thin custard. Creme pat's thick.
Yeah.
Creme pat's best for fillings or tarts or because it doesn't sort of spill out everywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas creme pat, you couldn't fill a tart with it because it would just run out.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Samantha. I find it hard to know how far in advance I can make a cake for my children's birthday parties. Can you break down the timings for different kinds of cakes? So she's mentioned fondant, covered ones, ganache and buttercream. It really depends on those.
It's like a fondant one you can keep kind of longer, especially once it's in the sugar paste. Like seal it a little bit.
It does, it kind of seals it in almost like an airtight, sort of airtight container.
Yeah. And buttercream and ganache, you kind of want to do it as close to the day that you need it. This is a lot nicer and
Here's a controversial one, sort of. It's from David. Do you always use proper butter
Oh, David.
in your baking?
He doesn't know.
How do you feel about things like Stork and Trex? Trex, if you don't know, in this country is a vegetable shortening. Crisco is similar in America, and Stork is a kind of margarine. Well, I think for me personally, there's a place for Trex and vegetable shortening in certain recipes, like certain pastries, even sometimes cake. As for margarine, though, I mean...
Come on now, David.
No.
We're not going to say anything
We're
else.
playing that.
What are you playing at?
We'll get some butter.
Hang on a minute, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He hasn't actually said he likes using these things, but there are some people out there, in fact we do get asked this a lot,
Yeah.
can I use margarine instead of butter? It's like always just no, because apart from anything else it's a completely different product. It reacts differently, so for example if you use margarine instead of butter in buttercream, it will melt so
Because it's
badly.
room temperature, soft at room
Yeah,
temperature, right?
exactly. The same applies for things like spreadable butter. Don't use spreadable butter in place of butter. Butter is butter. Spreadable butter is something completely different. That's for your toast. Aunt Mikika says, can we use some of your recipes to start our own bakery? Wow. What I would say about this, Aunt Mikika, is, and you know, a few of you do ask this occasionally on various other things, and I would say, like, you know, look, this channel has been up for a while, you know, there are hundreds of recipes now, and I am so happy to give them to you, and we all are happy to share them with you, and we love it. We love seeing that you guys enjoy it, and we love seeing your bakes, and especially seeing your progress. And you know, people get in touch all the time, you know, saying this is my progress, like I used to make cakes that look like this and now they look like this, and you know, it's amazing for us as bakers to be able to share that with you. If you're talking about starting your own bakery with these recipes, and also with the kind of aesthetic vibe of the cakes that we make at Crumbs and Doilies and Cupcake Jemma, that's slightly different, because apart from anything else, it is really important for you as a new business owner to make your mark and be different, and you know, especially aesthetically, because you know, nowadays on Instagram, like, everyone can see everything, right?
Yeah.
You know, so you don't want someone to be like, that looks an awful lot like Crumbs and Doilies.
You want to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah,
right?
you do, and the same applies to recipes. So you know, if you're thinking about starting your own thing, and you know, you want to hone your skill, I would say, like, maybe start with one of our recipes, maybe try someone else's, maybe take what you like from one and leave the rest, and take what you like from the other, tweak it, and that's how recipes are formed, right? And no recipe is 100% original anymore. People have been baking since the dawn of time. So, you know, tweak it, make it your own, make it different.
Be creative as well. Like,
Yeah.
That's like one of the most fun parts, is coming up with stuff yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's boring just copying what other people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're just doing it for yourself, in which case, go right ahead. So thanks, it's a good question, and I hope that's clarified. Well, lots and lots of people asked how I got back from New York with my bad back. So I thought I'd just briefly run through that. My husband and I got an upgrade. But it wasn't.
Sam and I, Muggins, were over in the.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a full upgrade, because the airline didn't have like full business class, so it wasn't like flat beds, which would have been really. I don't even know if it would have been really nice. I was so uncomfortable. But I was able to extend a little bit, and then I just had all the drugs, which was great until they wore. So that's how I got that from New York. How long does it take you guys to make cakes in the shop before serving them? From Ella. This is probably the best one for you, because you're there all the time.
All the time. So we start maybe like 6:30, 7, and then the shop opens at 11, so we bake everything on the day for the day. So yeah, we have those, what's it, like 3-4 hours to get everything downstairs and ready for the shop opens.
Incredible.
Super fast.
But for the rest of the day, there's a lot of prep going on. So the way that's made easy is because the day before, like, the guys will have made all the buttercream for the cakes, or all the raspberry goo, or you know, any additional stuff.
Yeah, there's certain things that, you know, don't need to be made fresh every day.
Yeah.
Like caramel, for example.
Yeah.
So there's a question here for Sally, but then there's another question that's kind of tied in, so I'm going to kind of join them together.
Yeah.
So the question for Sally, I saw on your Instagram page a great photo of you doing some Ariel stuff, and I think it's really amazing. I wondered if you could tell me a bit more about this part of your life, because I'm a huge fan of circus. That's from Yana, but then also Merlene says, do you guys have any other hobbies besides baking? So, I mean, that was kind of...
Yeah. I mean, when I was young, I trained as a dancer originally. That's what I wanted to do.
She's very mobile.
But then I started baking, which is kind of opposite.
Yeah, you just stand still.
Yeah.
In the kitchen.
Yes, I do dance in the kitchen. Not as much as you. Probably not as well as you either. But then I also, when I moved to London, I found out about circus, and I just thought it was ace. So I started doing that, and I loved it. It's all sorts of stuff like aerial silks, hoop. It's exciting too, because it's kind of a bit dangerous.
Dane, what's your hobby?
My hobby, I like to dance.
Oh, he does love to dance. And
Dancer.
if any of you follow him on Instagram, you'll see his stories. He does amazing dancing. He
At her wedding.
did it at my wedding. He did a full-on Beyonce
Single
routine.
ladies.
It was literally amazing.
All the people at the wedding were going
Everyone was
nuts.
watching.
Really fun. What about you?
Oh, it's a bit cliche, but I really like to bake.
I know. My hobby is really what most people might consider boring, but I really love walking and I love hiking. And I've got a dog, as you know, little Curtis, who is
His favourite.
not Nikki's favourite. In fact, when these guys leave and he comes back from his dog walk, he will growl at the scent of them being here.
Yeah.
He's like, who's been hit? It's been Nikki and Dane. And Sally, but he likes her a bit more. But yeah, no, I love walking. I love going on long hikes and like, getting out of London and like finding a good walk and doing a big circular walk with my friends, and we love that. Our last question, this is for me. So this is from Elizabeth, and she says, somebody owes you a proper trip back to New York. Don't you agree? Yes, I do, Elizabeth. Yes, I do. She also asks, what was the #1 thing you missed out on that you definitely want to do when you go back? Well, I'd say the #1 thing was going on the dessert tour with Sally, because she kept bringing back half-eaten like delicacies and going, hey, I brought you this, and like half-eaten cookies. Great. But I mean, great, literally great, but it would have been so nice.
I bought you 16 cheesecakes too.
You did buy a lot of cheesecake. That's true. I mean, there was a lot of sweet stuff. I couldn't even manage it, but it would have just been so nice to do all of those things. Some of the places I'd been to already, some I'd never been to, and I was just really excited about. So next time I go back, I'll go to all of those places on that list. But no, there's New York's great, and I want to go back soon, and hopefully I will, and maybe bring you with me.
Yay! Can we go?
Well, let's see who gets in touch after this video and sees that we deserve a rerun. Not promising anything. That's it, guys.
Yay!
I mean, there were like literally hundreds more questions, but we can't possibly answer them all. But thank you all so much for thinking real hard and giving us some great questions to answer. And also, in amongst all those questions, so many people wishing me well with my back, and really nice to hear, not nice, but loads of you saying that you've been through the same thing. That's not nice, that's awful. But it's nice to know that I'm not alone and that you guys gave me a bunch of really good advice. So I'm really grateful for that. And so thank you, and thank you for watching. I know it's not often we get the gang together, so if you'd like to see more of this in the new year, then let us know in the comments box below, because we love getting together for this kind of thing. And so yeah, we will see you next week with another video, and that's it from us.
Yeah.
Bye guys! With that cookie.
Yes!
I want some brownies.